So now we're going to look at analysing frequency tables. Basically here we had a set of data about the number of cars that people owned in their household, and this was the data that was collected. Now we can arrange that data into a frequency table, so you can see our scores from 0 to 4 are here. Complete a tally and then writing the numbers, so the number of times that that score appeared in the data set is here as well. So adding that up, we should get 2 plus 7, 9, plus 8, 17, 18, 19, and then 20 to get 20 people, which makes sense. We're meant to have 20 because it says there were 20 people that were surveyed. In example 10, the number of times each train is late at a railway station in one afternoon is shown below. So we've got our scores here. I've just gone through and put in the frequencies. Copy and complete this frequency table to find the range. So the range is always your highest score minus the lowest score. Some students can get confused because they think it's the frequency, in other words like 5 minus 1, but it's always related back to this column here. What is the score? So the range would be 4 minus 0, which is 4. The mode. Which one has the highest frequency? Well, that would be here. 3 has a frequency of 5. So always relate it back to the score. The score is 3, so the mode is 3. The median. Okay, so we need to know how many trains there were in total. 3 plus 2 is 5, plus 4 is 9, plus 5 is 14, and then we get to 15. So can 15 be divided equally into two groups? It can't. 15 divided by 2 is 7.5, so we would have a group of 7 with one score in the middle. Reading back to the frequency table, we've got 3 scores here, add 2 scores, so the first 5 scores are in there. Then the 6th score would be number 2, the 7th score would be number 2, the 8th score would be number 2, and so forth. And we can actually find the median by adding in another column, which is called the cumulative frequency column. It's where basically we take our frequency here, which is the number 3, so frequency of 3. The first 3 scores are 0. Now, before, when we would find the median, we would write out all of the numbers in order from 0 up to 4. So that would be 15 numbers. Instead of doing that, we can use a cumulative frequency column to work out, well, where would the middle actually be? So the first 3 scores are 0. If we add on another 2 scores, that takes us to 5 scores because 3 plus 2 gives 5. Add on 4 scores gives 9. Add on another 5 scores gives 14, plus 1 is 15. So you should get the same number that we had before. Now, the first 7 scores are in here, so we'll have the 5th score there, the 6th, the 7th. Now we want the 8th score, okay, because if we've got 7 scores here, 1 in the middle, we want to know, well, what would the 8th score be? And that lies in that row in there. So the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th scores are all the number 2. So the median, because we're looking for the 8th score, the median is 2. Now for the mean, we know that we have to add everything together and divide by the total number of scores. So if we have 3 zeros, we can do 0 plus 0 plus 0. If we have 2 ones, then we'll have 1 plus 1. If we have 4 twos, we can go 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, and so forth. But what we're really doing is, if we have 3 zeros, can you see how that's the same as 3 times 0? 3 times 0. If we have 2 ones that are being added together, that is the same as 2 times 1. 2 times 1. If we have 4 2's being added together, that is the same as 4 times 2. And what we're doing here is we're actually multiplying each of these numbers together. So that instead of adding 15 numbers together, we can see that, well, some of them are repeating because we have frequencies up to 5. We can go the fx column here. Fx means f times x. We're basically multiplying these numbers together. 0 times 3 gives 0. 2 times 1, 2 times 4, 3 times 5, and 4 times 1. Okay? Then, whoops, I just realised I wrote 3 times 5 is 8. I'm going crazy. 15. Okay, hopefully I didn't make any more silly mistakes. So then we were trying to find, well, what is the answer to this addition and multiplication here? It's basically the total of that column. So if we want to find the mean, we can find it using the sum. That symbol there means sum. The sum of the fx column, which is this one, this number here, divided by the sum of your frequencies, so which is 15 in this case. So if I add all of these numbers together, we'll get 10, 25 plus 4 is 29. So we'll get 29 over the frequency, which is 15, and that will give us the mean there. So 29 over 15. Oops. Gives to one decimal place 1.9. Okay. Now in the next bit I will show you how you can actually use a function on your calculator to do that as well. Alright, so on the next page you can see this is exactly what I just said. The mean is the sum of the fx column divided by the sum of the frequencies, and so forth. The ages of children at a play centre are shown. Copy and complete the table and use it to find the mode, the mean, the median and the range. What I might do is just pause this video for the moment and I will work it out. You pause it as well, see if you can work it out. Alright, so I've got these answers here. For the mode, the mode is 7. The mean, so I did that by finding the fx column and then dividing the sum of the fx column over the sum of the frequency column, which you can see there. That's your mean. For the median, we've got 16 scores in total. Okay, so 16 can be divided into 2 equal groups of 8 and 8. Now, to find what the middle is, if the first score, second score, third score, all the way up to the 8th score, and then this group here has the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and so forth. So if we want to find the middle or the average of whatever side's on this, we need the average of the 8th and the 9th score. Looking at the cumulative frequency column that we've got over here, the first 7 scores are in here, and then we have the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th scores in this row. So reading it back to the score, that's a score of 7, so the median must be 7. And the range is your highest score, 9 minus your lowest score. Now we can actually use a table, and you've got, sorry not a table, a calculator to work this out, for the mean anyway. And how we're going to do that, to find the mean, so you've got your calculator here. So we can press mode, go into stat mode by pressing the number 3. We want 1, and we've got a table there. Now we can go and actually enter in a second column. I think we press shift setups or shift mode, scroll down, press 4 for stat, and we want to turn on the frequency, so pressing the number 1. Going and entering everything in, so entering the first column, we can go 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. don't worry about the numbers here that say 1. We can actually go and edit them in. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 2, and 2. Now I'm going to press AC, and now I want to find the mean. So I'm going to press Shift 1 and 4 for variance. Number 2 has the mean symbol, just like we did before. And press equals and hope that it gets the same answer. Yep, 6.75. Okay, so that's how you would use your calculator to do that.